Hey guys, here's another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. I am back from a very long weekend, 3-day weekend, camping on Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. So much needed rest for me. Been working hard, haven't really had a day off unless you count my day of surgery a day off, which I'm pretty sure that doesn't count. Anyway, so yeah, good weather, good food, good nature, all that good stuff. We went camping off Ortega Highway at a place called Casper's Park, for those of you that are around from here. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to Volkswagen. So today, Rafa worked on the Turquoise 62 some more. Mainly what he did was he installed the speakers that go in on the package tray here. So these were, I mentioned before, these are vintage Blaupunkt speakers, which are appropriate for this car. But the owner actually put in new, more modern speaker elements. So they've got the cool, correct vintage look, but more modern guts in them, so to speak. So Rafa, of course, did a very, very neat job of wiring these in. You see, you can't even really see any wires. So what he did was, this trick here is the wire goes into the carpet right here, and then what he did was this carpet originally was basically nailed in as it came from the factory, so he took one of those existing nail holes and enlarged it slightly right over here somewhere, and then basically ran the speaker wires from where they went into the carpet here. So a small hole in the carpet down here, and then up here in the body itself, again using that existing nail hole, open it up a bit, and then that's where the wire runs into the front hood compartment. And then from there he routed it very nicely up under here with the basically the door dome light switch wire. So a very sanitary installation. Then the same thing on the other side. And on the other side, he ran it up an existing wiring harness. I think it was probably the one also from the door dome light switch on that side. So yeah, super neat installation. Can't really see any wires either from inside the car or under the hood. You can't really see any additional wires. So super, super clean, like we like to do things. And tried it out. Sound good. And the single speaker in back is still wired up. That's also a period accessory. Other than that, he installed the front shocks today. We had previously installed, or previously, like as in last week, I think, installed the back shocks. The owner wanted to get a little bit more of a sporty feel, so he opted for the adjustable Koni shocks, kind of reddish orange ones. Same thing I run on the red car. We set them to kind of a medium firm setting, so a little bit firmer than the stock shocks that came off. And so yeah, he should have a little bit more of a sporty feel to it. Those are kind of the main things he did, at least worth mentioning today. So let's talk about what I did. So I have got back to work on the beautiful Prarie Beige 57 Beetle. This thing, it's like it's so close to being done. It's like, all right, let's try and get this car done. So what I did today was I installed the door panels. These can be a pretty big pain in the butt. I have to say, a lot of times the clips just don't really line up that great. You've got to wrestle them. And in this case, there's basically like a brace that goes on the back of the door handle there that hooks over something on the inside kind of the door. And when we got that hooked over and got it down as far as it could, the whole door panel was too high by like nearly a 1/4 inch. So had to pull the whole thing back apart again and then slot the holes on that brace that again is kind of behind the door panel and monkey around with it. It's always something like that. Something always doesn't line up or whatever. Anyway, end result looking really good. So got both the driver and passenger side in of those, and then went ahead and installed the door handles and window winders. The escutcheons, which are these little trim pieces here, are actually original VW ones, so very nice touch right there. I did install one of the rear quarter panels. You can see it right there. I did not install the driver's side one. It's just sitting there right now because that one is supposed to have an ashtray in it. And I looked through the owner's goodies, and he doesn't have an ashtray. And the owner looked in his own personal stash, and he didn't have one. And so he's going to try and source one for us, and we'll get that. He also actually has to buy a new ashtray because he had some paint mixed up to match his paint, and somehow they lost his ashtray, which is fairly unbelievable. But they did. He doesn't have an ashtray, so we'll get that. And luckily now we have paint mixed up that matches. So we'll get that painted and get it installed once he gets it and brings it to us. So yeah, other couple little things. I touched up the paint on the channel that the engine compartment seal runs in. That got chipped a little bit. The paint was very, very thick on there, and also the channel itself needed to be pried open a little bit. It was kind of too tight, and so with that thick paint on there, gently prying it open, some paint kind of chipped off. So I went and touched that up. Yeah, little things like that. So let's see, with this car, I think pretty much once I install that other back door panel, then I'll put the back seat in. Rear floor mats still have to go in. And what else? Like I said, ashtray. I think those are about it. He has an original antenna we're gonna install. And I think that's it. We just need to take it for a drive, check the whole thing out. And yeah, hopefully we can get this back to him in maybe a week or so. So that is it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.